My life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage: impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Denny's Donuts and Bakery has been a loyal Redbird supporter for over 40 years. When it comes to the competition, no one comes close to the taste of one of their fresh-made donuts. They're great for your next school or church function, or even just to enjoy at home. Stop in and pick up yours at Denny's Donuts and Bakery, located at 1107 South Main Street in Bloomington. Denny's Donuts and Bakery and Redbird Basketball, a winning combination.
On the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the State Farm Redbird pregame show. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Illinois State basketball is also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Pass left corner for three, rattles and falls, count the basket, all the way to the rim with the right hand, layup is good. Quick trigger three, knocks it down. That ball didn't even hit the iron.
Illinois State postseason basketball is presented by Busey Bank. Now, turn it up. It's game time. The tip is moments away. Now to courtside. Here's Mike Matthews and the voice of the Redbirds, John Fitzgerald.
And welcome to Redbird basketball tonight from the shadows of the Gateway Arch. The third-seeded Illinois State Redbirds open up Valley Tournament play with a quarterfinal matchup against the sixth-seeded Panthers of UNI. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight. Alongside Mike Matthews, I'm John Fitzgerald. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. It's the third-seeded Illinois State Redbirds at 20-11 in the campaign. And the sixth-seeded UNI Panthers, who enter tonight's tilt at 20 up and 12 down. And the winner gets second-seeded Bradley tomorrow in the semifinals. It's now time for our keys to the game, brought to you by the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall on the corner of Fort Jesse and Tawanda and Normal. And Mike Matthews, for the Birds to advance to Saturday, what do they need to accomplish over the next 40 minutes tonight?
All right, Fitz, I got it for you. Listen up. We need to control Trey Campbell. He is the offensive weapon for Northern Iowa. He can go off for 20. We can hold him under 20. I think we'll be in good shape. We need to make 8+ threes. Be tough against UNI's defense, as you mentioned earlier. They're high in the nation in defending the three, and limit our turnovers. We got to get a good shot every time, not give the ball back to Northern Iowa, because it could be a half hour before you get it back. But you just got to control Trey Campbell, make 8+ threes, and limit our turnovers.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall. Stop by today, 1434 Jesse Road, and ask about VIP pricing for all Illinois State University staff, students, teachers, alumni, and parents of Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, proud partners of Redbird basketball. This will be the 96-minute all-time between the Birds and UNI. Illinois State captured both regular season meetings this winter, winning 59-54 back at the Q in late January before posting a 71-69 victory on the road last Wednesday night inside the McLeod Center in Cedar Falls. UNI holds a 7-6 edge in the previous 13 meetings between these two schools in St. Louis at Arch Madness. UNI has already been introduced, the Birds being introduced across and off to our right. Illinois State in their home whites, trimmed in red. Red letters and numbers, Illinois State in two levels across the chest. UNI in their road purples, trimmed in white and gold. White letters and numbers with a gold trim, and UNI in all caps across the chest. That is tonight's uniform report presented by Starcrest Cleaners. For all your dry cleaning and your laundry needs, visit Starcrest today at either of their two Bloomington Normal locations, 208 North Prospect Road in Bloomington or 1712 East College Avenue in Normal. Starcrest Cleaners, bright ideas in cleaning. Our officiating crew for tonight's tilt, as assigned by the Missouri Valley Conference. The referee is Kip Kissinger. The umpires, Ed Crenshaw and Randy Heimerman. So UNI breaks huddle first. They're going to go with Max Weisbrod, Trey Campbell, Will Hornseth, Tristan Smith, and Leon Bond. Bird still in the huddle off to our right. They're going to start with their usual starting five. On the front line, it's going to be Chase Walker, joined by Bowden Skunberg, Landon Wolf, Mason Claybo, and Johnny Kinzinger. The long wait is over, and we are just about set for basketball here in this final quarterfinal matchup on a Friday night. Winner gets second-seeded Bradley on Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock in the semifinal round here at Arch Madness.
Fitz, I do have some positive news for you. I've seen a lot of yawning over in the Illinois State fan section, but I have not seen one Redbird player, coach, manager yawn yet. So I think they're ready.
That's a good sign. Our opening tip-off tonight brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud supporter of Redbird basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. It's going to be 6'8" Will Hornseth against 6'9" Chase Walker. Center circle here inside the Enterprise Center. Kip Kissinger sends it skyward. The toss, the tap, and the opening touch. Controlled by the purple-clad UNI Panthers. Birds open up man-to-man defensively. UNI attacking four-court right. Here's Weisbrod trying to turn the corner on the left baseline, cut off. Gets it left of the circle, over to Hornseth. He works the dribble against Walker. Right in the circle, Campbell loads up a three right wing over Claiborne and knocks it down. Trey Campbell from downtown, his team high 59th of the year, and UNI draw his first blood. They take a 3-0 lead, 30 seconds gone by. Birds right to left in this first half. Just inside the arc, straight away is Chase Walker. Guarded by Hornseth, puts the ball in the deck, drives left-hand side of the lane. Bodies up on Hornseth, low left, wild shot doesn't go. Walker at his own rebound, picks it up right side of the lane, wheels in, up with the left hand, blocked away. And so Hornseth comes out of the scrum for UNI. 3-0 Panthers. Leon Bond, left corner. Out straight away to Hornseth. Now terminates the dribble inside the arc of the ball, knocked away by Chase Walker, goes out of bounds with the scorer's table. Last touch by Chase Walker and the Birds. It'll stay with UNI with 17 to shoot.
A little surprised. I haven't seen Chase Walker get blocked a lot this year, let alone 3 times in the same possession.
So UNI plays it in from half court. Trey Campbell works the dribble out front. Now between the circles, Hornseth pounds the right hand rock, gives it right in the lane. Over to Leon Bond. Bodies up on Kinzinger. Turnaround jumper from the right elbow off back iron, and he got a benevolent bounce and fell through. Leon Bond knocks down a 15-footer, and UNI scored the first 5 points tonight. Just underway, minute and a half gone by in the first half. Johnny Kinzinger works the dribble, draws a double team, gives it the foul line, extended right to Walker. He'll direct traffic, go by Hornseth, backs him in. Low on the right-hand side, here comes the double, whip a pass across the lane. Wolf let a defender fly by, and he finishes left of the rim with the right hand, and the Birds are on the board. Landon Wolf his first 2. 5-2 UNI. 3-point lead in the basketball. Here's Hornseth. Backdoor cut over to Campbell, reverse layup, and he got loose for the deuce. Right on the left baseline on Skunberg. Trey Campbell is 5th point here in the early going. It's 7-2 UNI by 5. We played 2 minutes. Kinzinger angles left of the circle. Whip out pass. Wolf loads up a 3. Rimming no. Hornseth with a good block out of Chase Walker. Secures the rebound to the right block for UNI. Leon Bond gallops up the right side. Gives to Weisbrod. Left of the circle. Now out front to Hornseth. He's matched up in a mismatch with Claybo. Gives it Weisbrod. Fires a 3 over Walker right in front of the Redbird bench, and he knocks it down. Max Weisbrod, his 51st made 3 of the year. That's second best in this ball club, and UNI scored 10 of the first 12 points here tonight. Play 2.5 minutes. Claybo handles out front. Out to Walker, right point 3. Woefully short off the front of the 10. Long rebound. Terms all the way out between the rings to Walker, and the Birds will reset the half-court offense. Kinzinger out front with a head of steam. Takes into the paint. Kicks to Claybo. Right point 3 on the way is good. Mason Claybo from downtown is 29th of the year. His first field goal of the night. And the Birds trail at 10-5. Here's Campbell working the dribble right of the lane. Gives right elbow Hornseth. Wheels into the lane on Walker. Up with the right hand. Left it short. Claybo. 2 hands the Redbird rebound. Birds trail it by 5. Claybo into the forecourt. Gives to Walker. Now on the weave to Kinzinger. Whip out past Claybo. Open look 3. Right point again. Got it again. Mason Claybo 2 for 2 from downtown. He's got 6. And just like that, the Birds are back within 2.
And I think we're going to take the best shot from UNI, Fitz, early. If we can hang with them the first half, I think we'll have a lot of luck in the second.
Kinzinger pokes it away, gets it ahead to Walker. Walker into the open court, and he tries to slam it home. He's knocked from behind by Tristan Smith, and now they're going to be separated with words. Foul's going to be called on Tristan Smith. That's going to result in a pair of foul shots for Chase Walker, line left.
Yeah, I didn't like the play at all. I have a lot of respect for Tristan Smith, but I had a little problem with that one. I don't blame Chase Walker for getting right up in his nose.
Typically, they look at a lot right now. They didn't look at that. And I wasn't so sure Tristan Smith, at least with the naked eye, went for the basketball there.
Zero chance that he was going for the ball.
So Walker goes to the line, 73% on the year, and he pulled the string in the first one, left it short off the front of the 10. Walker still scoreless tonight. He was 1 of 2 from the stripe on Sunday at 12 points and 3 rebounds before fouling out just over 10 minutes of action in that win over Belmont. Left-hander, deep knee bend, flick of the wrist on the way. Remy, no. And Leon Bond pulls down the rebound for UNI. So Walker misses both attempts from the stripe. Birds still on a 6-0 run. They trail it by 2 at 10 to 8. UNI the basketball. Ben Schweiger into the lineup for the first time. Gives to Campbell. Open look three for Walker. Straight on. Remy, no. Hornseth the offensive rebound, and he takes it right back up and in. Will Hornseth, who's been in double figures in 13 straight, has his first 2 of the night, and UNI extends the lead to 4. Kinzinger into the forecourt against Bond. Jump pass over to Walker, knocked away by Bond into the hand of Campbell. Here comes UNI 3-on-2 if they hurry. Campbell gives to Smith, got away with a walk, refeeds Campbell out front, 3 off back iron to miss. Skundberg collars the carom for Illinois State. Bowden up the right sideline. Works the bell tie, bounce on the left hand, drives on Hornseth. We have a whistle and a foul off the basketball down low. Randy Heimerman blows his whistle. Foul's going to be against Tristan Smith, and that's going to be his second here in the early going.
Second one they've called on him. He's committed about 4, and he's messing with the wrong guy if he's messing with Chase Walker.
Well, he's 50% so far, so Smith picks up his second. Team foul number 2 on UNI, and that's going to take us to our first media timeout. Redbird basketball brought to you by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Timeout on the floor, 15:29 to go, opening half here in this quarterfinal matchup. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard, 6-seeded UNI leads Illinois State 12-8. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's believes new decor counts as spring cleaning. Not that you're trying to avoid spring cleaning, but if you were, fresh decor from Kohl's is a great place to start. New towels, basically the same thing as scrubbing the bathroom. And new bedding, it's like dusting but cozier. Plus, get 20% off across the store at Kohl's. Isn't shopping so much better than sweeping? Select styles. 20% offer ends March 8th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Dive into flavor at Deep End Tap, where craft beer flows, the food's bold, and the vibes are always on point. The Deep End Tap. Don't just dip your toe. Jump in. Bloomington's Hidden Gem, located in Eastland Suites Hotel, a trademark collection by Wyndham.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Audi of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Audi of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at the BloomingtonNormalAutomall.com. Audi of Bloomington Normal, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Hey, Redbird fans looking for a place to unwind after the game? Head on over to Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington. From traditional comfort food to the best steaks in town, Rob Dobbs has something for everyone and every age. And Rob Dobbs is now open for breakfast every Saturday and Sunday beginning at 8 a.m. Rob Dobbs, a proud partner of Redbird Athletics. John Fitzgerald, Mike Matthews, backlot courtside here inside the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. 15:29 to play first half. Birds trailing UNI 12-8. Illinois State inbounds. After our first media timeout of the night, Brandon Lieb into the ball game. Gives it out front over to Scunberg. Crosses over on Schweiger. Gets loose left of the key. 18-foot jumper is good for Bowden Scunberg. Bowden has his first two. That brings the Birds back within a deuce. 12-10 as we approach the 15-minute mark here in this first half. Final quarterfinal matchup tonight. Winner gets second seeded Bradley tomorrow in the semis. Leon Bond left of the lane, guarded by Kinziger. Whip out past Schweiger. Puts the ball in the deck. Drives it on Scunberg. Around to the left they go Campbell. Campbell at the foul line. In on Wolf. Back out top to Polk. Now Hornseth head of the key with 4 to shoot. Hornseth bobbled the dribble. Kinziger took it away, and the Birds have a steal. The outlets to Claybo. Mason through the center circle to the forecourt. Out front to Lee. He'll terminate the dribble. Needs a cutter. Finds Scunberg. Squares his shoulders. Fires a three. It's off to the left, and Kerm's out of bounds to UNI. So at 14:32 to go first half, Birds trail it by 2. Ismael Diouf, a 6'9 senior out of Quebec, Ontario, Canada. Transfer out of North Carolina State comes in for the UNI Panthers. Trey Campbell into the forecourt. Ty Pence also makes his first appearance of the night for the white-clad Redbirds. Schweiger on the left baseline up against Scunberg. Stops left of the lane and hits from 5 with a right-hand jumper on the left baseline. Ben Schweiger, the transfer out of Loyola, has his first 2 of the night. Coming off the bench, 14-10, UNI by 4. Kinzinger to the forecourt against Leon Bond. Left side, they go to Claybo. Claybo's going to feed the post. Pence catches low on the left. Goes to work on Polk. Bodies up on Polk. Spins baseline up with the right hand. Shot doesn't go. Polk entangled with Pence, so whistling a foul called.
I'll tell you that Northern Iowa's feeling a little frisky tonight, aren't they?
Temper's a little bit short here tonight so far. Not so sure if it was because of the long wait for the double overtime matchup with Valpo and Bradley to finish. But this is chippy. Chippy, and it's kind of been as physical as what we've seen so far in this tournament. So the Birds with a fresh 20. Inbound, Ty Pence on the left baseline, guarded by Polk. Wheels into the lane, a whistle and a hand push called against Polk. Second foul of the night called on Kyle Polk, and the second in about 20 seconds for the 6'6 junior out of Bolivar, Missouri. So Polk's going to check out with those 2 personal fouls. Max Weisbrod comes in to replace him. Birds with another fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. 13:43 to play first half. Illinois State trails 14-10. Lee plays it right sideline over to Kinzinger. Darts a pass out front. Claybo squares his shoulders. Fired as a 3. A little bit short off the front of the 10. Leon Bond, the rebound for UNI. Up ahead, Weisbrod tosses over to Diouf. Gives the dribble to Schweiger. Lost his footing. Kept the dribble alive, however, and gets it away to Campbell. Campbell out high left side. Crosses over on Claybo. Left him in his dust. Gets into the paint. Out to Bond. Open look 3. Straight on. Off back rim. No. Rebound to Schweiger as he got it over Pence. Right side Weisbrod. And he stepped on the in line. And UNI turns it back over to Illinois State.
Great action so far.
Leon Bond was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc last night. He is now 1 for his last 15 from distance.
You know why he's open, don't you?
Because he's 1 for his last 15 from distance. Brandon Leib checks out. Jack Doherty's going to come in for the first time tonight. R.J. Taylor comes in for UNI. Taylor, redshirt sophomore point guard out of Michigan. Tyree Coleman now runs the point for Illinois State. Takes it to the offensive end. Gives to Kinziger. Kinziger curling down the lane, trying to jump pass, trying to find Doherty in the corner, deflected off the left paw of Diouf of UNI. It's going to go out of bounds. Birds will retain possession, 17 to shoot. So Birds now with Scunberg, Coleman, Kinziger, Doherty, and Pence, the 5 on the floor. Tyreek Coleman to play it in. Baseline left. 17 of the timer. Gets it in. Doherty, catch and shoot. Left corner 3 on the way off the front of the rim. No. Leon Bond, the rebound for UNI. Gets it out to Taylor. Now Schweiger left of the lane. On the dribble against Pence. Spins baseline. Up with the left hand. Shot left it short. Scunberg clears away the Redbird rebound. Up ahead to Coleman. Darts it left side. Doherty, catch and shoot 3. Rimming no. And Taylor takes the rebound off the deck for UNI. Lead feed into Bond. Bond lost a handle on it. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Illinois State. Bond into the offensive end, almost put that on his hip like a running back and had the ball squirt out of his fingertips. But last touch by Doherty, the Birds, and will stay with UNI with 24 in the timer.
Yeah, I don't like the call either. I thought Bond was the last person to touch it as he came down the floor, totally out of control.
Chase Walker comes in for Bowden Scunberg. Kinzinger is going to be replaced by Landon Moore. Leon Bond checks out for UNI in favor of Will Hornseth. So Panthers to inbound baseline left with 24 in the timer, 12:32 to play first half, 14-10 UNI. Frenetic pace of scoring early on has slowed considerably. Here's Weisbrod right in the lane. On the dribble against Moore. Spins mid-post right, gives it away. Hornseth on the short corner right. He'll slash into the lane up against Walker, and Walker swats the shot away into the hands of Coleman. Coleman knifing down to the forecourt. Gets it left corner, Moore. Open look, 3-ball left. Point off back rim, no. Schweiger out jumped Doherty for the rebound for UNI. Up ahead, Taylor slaloms into the forecourt. Feeds Weisbrod, who's fouled by Landon Moore. That'll stop the clock with 11:59 to play in this first half and take us to a media timeout. Hey, Redbird fans, looking for the ultimate ISU basketball watch party? Look no further than Barrel House, the official watch party location for every Redbird road game. Join them for the action, the energy, and their unbeatable game day deal. A pint and a pound of their freshly breaded wings for just $12. Barrel House, where Redbird fans unite, and every game feels like a home game. Don't just watch it right. Only at Barrel House. 11:59 to go, first half. Here in downtown St. Louis on our McDonald's scoreboard. Our count, UNI 14, Illinois State 10. Back in a moment, you're listening to exclusive coverage for Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
To win on the court, you need to tailor your lineup for the opponents, whether it's the bigs controlling the boards or the guards shooting trays from downtown. When it comes to your land care lineup, AHW has what you need with our build-in price tool. With it, you can outfit your John Deere with the exact implements and attachments that you need and even determine your monthly payments. Try out our build-in price tool at ahwllc.com. Proud sponsors of ISU Athletics.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at the BloomingtonNormalAutomall.com. Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Hey fans, Heller Stores is just a short drive away from the best vehicle selection, best prices, and best service. Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet, GMC in El Paso, and Heller Motors in Pontiac. Shop them online today at HellerStores.com. 11:59 to go, opening half here in this quarterfinal matchup between 6-seeded UNI and the 3rd-seeded Illinois State Redbirds. Panthers a 14-10 lead. Both ball clubs have gone ice cold. Illinois State in a scoring drought of over 3 minutes and 18 seconds. UNI has been without a point over the last 2:17. UNI led this 10-8 at the onset. Panthers inbound after the timeout. R.J. Taylor, top of the circle over to Schweiger. He faces up on Wolf, now drives on Wolf, spins into the lane, takes him down to the low block, up with the right hand. Wild shot doesn't go. Weak side rebound controlled by Tyreek Coleman. And he'll outlet over to Landon Wolf. So one shot out for UNI that trip. Birds trail it by 4, 14-10. 11:37 to play first half. Out high right side, Landon Wolf. Darts a pass to Landon Moore out front, guarded by Taylor. Now Coleman behind the back of the dribble, wheels into the lane, throws it up with the right hand. Shot doesn't go, but a whistle and a foul called. And Tyreek Coleman's going to head to the stripe for a pair of foul shots.
And that's really what Illinois State needs. They need Tyreek to put the ball on the floor, get in the paint, break down that UNI defense.
Hutchins picks up the personal foul for UNI. That's his first. Team foul number 5 called against the Panthers here in this opening half. Birds guilty of 1 so far. Coleman, first free throw on the way, is good. So Tyreek has his first point of the night, 71% free throwing on the year. He was 2 of 3 on Sunday. Came off the bench, 6 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He logged 20 minutes off the bench for Ryan Peden. Freshman, Bonzi Valley knocks home the second as well. So 2 of 2 trip to the line for Coleman. Pulls the Birds within a deuce. 14-12 our count. 11:21 to play first half. Taylor into the forecourt against Coleman. Feeds Hornseth out front. Now shovels off Weisbrod. Darts a pass right corner over to Hutchins. Hutchins on the dribble out front. Between the rings, Weisbrod puts the ball in the deck. Drives on Moore. Feeds it away to Taylor. Taylor starts right, goes back to his left. Gives to a curling Schweiger with 5 to shoot. Schweiger between the rings, puts the ball in the deck, drives on Wolf. Right in the lane with 2, with 1. Fades, fires from 10 on the way, nothing but net for Ben Schweiger. He backed Wolf down to the paint. Turnaround jumper from 10 feet out. He's got 4, and UNI regains a 4-point edge. It's 16-12. Here's Coleman right corner for Illinois State. Against the double, throws it to nobody, and it's taken away by R.J. Taylor. Taylor lead feed up ahead, Hutchins. Hutchins right in the lane, he walked with the basketball. So UNI turns it back over to the Birds. Illinois State catches a break. 4th turnover committed by the Panthers here in the opening half. Taylor's going to check out. Trey Campbell comes in to replace him.
You know, the game started very quickly. Offensively, the last 5 minutes have been kind of a dud.
Birds over their last 5. Illinois State has not had a field goal in nearly 5 minutes. They trail it by just 4, 16-12, 10:31 to play first half. Coleman in the backcourt with the right-hand dribble, carries over the time strike, guarded by Hutchins. Out high right side is Wolf. Feeds it right in the lane to Walker, turns baseline on Hornseth, had his shot swatted away and into the hands of Hutchins. Hutchins into the forecourt, in on Wolf, layup attempt, it rolls out, Pence the rebound for the Birds. Lead feed Coleman, a bounce over to Wolf, and he threw it right through his hands, out of bounds, baseline right, and the Birds get it right back over to UNI. Johnny Kinziger comes off the Redbird bench. He's going to check in and replace Tyreek Coleman. Birds had a couple opportunities there, just couldn't knock it down.
That was the right pass. He just had too much smoke on it. He went just flying out of bounds.
So Birds with Moore, Kinziger, Walker, Wolf, and Pence defensively. They trail it by 4. Halfway home first half, Schweiger straight on 3 out front. Remy no, and Kinziger parachutes in for the Redbird rebound. One shot and out again for UNI. Johnny into the forecourt, crosses over on Hutchins, works right around a Walker ball screen. Now darts a pass off high on the left to Wolf. Inside the arc, straight away is Walker. He's going to turn on Hornseth, work left around a Wolf screen, takes it to the baseline, draws a double, kicks to Wolf, open look, 3 left point, 2 strong. Hornseth the rebound for UNI. Clears it away left side, Hutchins. Into the forecourt, Schweiger. Trying to split a double team and a blocking foul called on Johnny Kinziger. Trying to deny that entry by Schweiger, left of the lane. That's going to be the first on Johnny. Team foul number 2 called against Illinois State. UNI comes in with a line change. Smith, Diouf, and Bond come back in. Hutchins, Hornseth, and Schweiger check out. 9:26 to play first half, 16-12. UNI a 4-point lead in the Rock. They'll inbound baseline left.
I think we got a little blood maybe on Chase Walker.
Like Chase Walker is being attended to by John Munn behind the Redbird bench. And I think they're going to have to bring some people out here at the Enterprise Center and clean up some of the blood that might have spilled onto the playing surface. So both ball clubs going to head to their respective benches here. Clock stopped with 9:26 to go.
And here comes the blood crew. They've been out often tonight.
Illinois State 0 for their last 7 from the floor. UNI 1 for their last 7. Birds, as a team, are just 4 of 15 from the floor so far in the early going. That's a 27% clip. Illinois State's knocked down 2 of 10 triple tries. UNI, conversely, 44% from the floor. They're 7 of 16. They've converted 2 of 6 from deep. So it looks like they've got everything cleaned up that they need to. Birds will break huddle with Skunberg, Kinzinger, Moore, Wolf, and Pence. Walker still being taped up off to the right of the Redbird bench. UNI the basketball. Max Weisbro to play it in baseline left. 9:26 to play. UNI by 4. Weisbro gets it into Smith, and the pass intended for Smith deflected away off the left fingertip of Landon Wolf out of bounds. It'll stay with UNI. 24 on the timer now for the Panthers. Weisbro throws it in, low left. Smith rises to the rim and lays it in. Good baseline out of bounds by UNI that time. They extend the lead to 6 as Tristan Smith has his first 2 of the night. 18-12 UNI. Kinzinger into the forecourt, guarded by Bond. A bounce over for Pence. Pence goes down the right-hand side of the lane up against Campbell. His shot rolled off the rim, and Diouf the weak shot rebound for UNI. Clears it away to Campbell. To a trailing Diouf, bluffs a 3, takes it to the foul line. Now feeds Leon Bond. He'll penetrate into the paint, pull it back out above the arc. Campbell now straight away, guarded by Moore. Curls left off a D-off ball screen. Now back to his right, back to his left, spins into the paint, back to the basket. Weisbrod, left of the key, gives it into the left corner. 3 in the air, too strong. Offensive rebound, Tristan Smith on the weak side. Smith backs in on Wolf, throws it across the lane, caught by Bond, rising to the rim, and he lays it in. Just broken down defense by Illinois State. Leon Bond, points number 3 and 4 for UNI. Ryan Peaton's going to take time. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step out. Redbird basketball brought to you by the great taste of Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Illinois State Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Timeout with 8:28 to play. Opening half here in St. Louis. Our countdown to McDonald's scoreboard. UNI on a 4-0 run. They lead Illinois State 20-12. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
While spring brings chores, it also brings the chance to finally get outside and enjoy the great weather. Stop at Bloomington Meats to celebrate the arrival of spring like I do. For more than a decade, they have offered the best quality, convenience, and value in beef, pork, chicken, turkey, cheese, eggs from local producers straight to your table. Head to 2401 Bunn Street and find out what I know. They really are the best meat on Bunn Street. Locally owned and operated Bloomington Meats.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in no time with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most and keeps you gaming in the fast lane. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025. Actual speeds vary.
Attention Redbird fans, this is your stomach speaking. I demand a Jimmy John's toasted sub with hot melty toasty perfection, and I want it delivered freaky fast before halftime. Jimmy John's delivers faster than a game-winning three-pointer and toasted subs that bring the crunch and flavor you crave. Order now, keep cheering, and feed that hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh, freaky toasty.
The voice of the Illinois State Redbirds. WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
Hey, Redbird fans, open a savings or a CD account that meets your needs. Visit a Heartland Bank branch location today or go online at hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. 8:28 to play before halftime here in downtown St. Louis. Fourth and final quarterfinal matchup on this Friday night, and 6-seeded UNI leading third-seeded Illinois State 20-12. Panthers on a 6-0 run, and the Birds are 0 for their last 8 from the floor as their shots have gone sour.
And Chase Walker's yet to mark. He's had a couple nice looks, but hasn't got one to go yet.
He comes back into the game now, joins Landon Moore, Johnny Kinzinger, Bowden Skunberg, and Ty Pence. The 5 on the floor for fourth-year head coach Ryan Peet. Birds the basketball after the timeout. They trail it by 8. 20-18. This is the largest lead of the night so far for UNI. Panthers man-to-man defensively. Pence gives to Skunberg. Now out between the rings is Walker. Tosses out high left side to Moore. Moore matched up with Taylor. Top of the key comes Kinziger, holds the ball over his head. Guarded by Bond. Left corner, they go to Moore. Moore bobbled the dribble, got it back. 12 to shoot. Out left point. Moore works left, draws a double, hooks a pass out to Pence. 6 to shoot. Pence out front, crosses over on Weisbrod, spins. Foul line jumper on the way off the rim. No. Birds have missed 9 straight. Campbell pulls down the rebound for UNI. Campbell negotiates traffic into the forecourt, gives to Bond. Top of the key now for UNI. Not a Taylor. Taylor out near the time stripe. Refeeds Bond out between the circles. Spots up a 3-ball over Walker. Off the rim, no. Another offensive rebound for UNI. This time Ishmael Diaz gets it ahead. Weisbrod. Right side Bond. Turns the corner. Spinning into the paint. Hangs a pass. And throws it right to the waiting hands of Landon Moore. Moore gallops up the right sideline for Illinois State. Top of the key now, Walker. Shovels off Scunberg, trying to get loose out of Weisbrod. And a hip check committed by Max Weisbrod. And the foul called. That'll be the first of the night on Max Weisbrod. Team foul number 6 on UNI. Scunberg and Moore are going to check out for Illinois State. Claiborne and Wolf come back in to replace them. Weisbrod will take a seat in the UNI bench. Ben Schweiger will replace him for Ben Jacobson. 7:17 to play, 20-12. UNI an 8-point lead. Birds the basketball. Kinziger blows off the left wing. Jumper from 10 off the glass, and it rattles home. Johnny Kinziger with some touch left of the lane. See scratchers into the scoring column for the first time tonight. Birds back within 6, 20-14. Taylor out front for UNI. Not a Bond. Bond works the right-hand dribble, top of the key. Campbell squares his shoulders, hoists up a 3-ball. Shot doesn't go. Kinziger skies in for the Redbird rebound. Johnny in the bounce into the forecourt, gets to Walker. Quick burst of speed, blows off the right wing, runs into Diop, and the ball stripped. Goes out of bounds. Will stay with Illinois State.
I was kind of hoping somebody from UNI would jump out to try to draw an offensive foul. End up in the lower balcony.
There's a head of steam there for the big man. So Claiborne to throw it in for Illinois State. Baseline right. Gets it into Kinziger. Leaves it in the paint for Walker, who rises up and knocks down a little floater from 10 feet. Chase Walker, his first 2 of the night. Birds with 4 straight. They're back within 4. 2016, 6:26 to go first half. Dio out high right side. Gives to a curling Schweiger. Bond spinning, turning down the lane, and he lays it up and in with a great spin move. Leon Bond, points number 5 and 6 for the Panthers. They extend the lead to 6 at 22-16. We crawl toward the 6-minute mark of the first half. Hash mark right is Pence. Lobs a pass over to Walker. Drives on Diouf. And a whistle and a hand check foul call on Ismail Diouf, the transfer out of North Carolina State. That'll be his first of the night. Team foul number 7 called against the Panthers. Diouf and Taylor are going to check out the UNI lineup. Hornseth and Smith come back in. So 1-on-1 opportunity for Chase Walker. Line to our left. Looking to cut into the 6-point Redbird deficit. 22-16 it stands right now. Walker, 2 points, 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. He's 0 of 2 from the stripe so far. Right-handed junior gets the rock from Randy Heimerman. Eyes the hoop, sends the first free throw off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound tipped into the air and pulled down by Schweiger. So Walker 0 for 3 from the line tonight so far. And the Redbird deficit remains 6. 22-16, 5:51 for the first half. Here's Campbell on the dribble out front, guarded by Kinziger. Gives to Schweiger. Lob feed caught by Bond. Low right, turns, fires, kissed it home over Claiborne. Leon Bond beginning to heat up. He's got 8 first half points. That leads all scorers, and the Panthers lead it by 8, 24-16. 5.5 to play first half. Kinziger on the dribble of the foul line. Gets into the paint. Darts a pass off the Pence. Refeeds Kinziger deep in the left-hand corner. Whistle and a foul called. Hornseth was battling Chase Walker, and Hornseth's going to pick up the foul for UNI. First of the night on Hornseth, team foul number 8, and that's going to send Chase Walker back to the line for another 1-on-1 opportunity.
Man, I thought they were going to let Ben Jacobson come out on the floor and discuss it. He's out there. He needs to stay in the coaching box.
So he's given an earful to our officiating crew here tonight. Clock is stopped with 5:24 to go, and they're going to head to the monitor and take a look at this one and what was a scrum between Hornseth and Walker down low in the paint. The foul on the floor was called against Hornseth. So this official review brought to you by Kanoski Bresney, your local personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys with over $500 million recovered. They get their worth. Visit them online at kbinjurylaw.com. So Chase Walker set to go to the line. As the foul was called on Hornseth. Now they're having a conversation with Ryan Peden. I'm not sure what was exactly decided after that quick review.
I think they just called it a common foul. Now Ben Jacobson wants the long version.
So Walker about to take his place at the line. Once Kip Kissinger gets Ben Jacobson out of his right ear over on the far sideline. So Walker's 0 for 3 from the stripe now. To the line, Birds trail by 8. First free throw on the way, and that one's home. Third point of the night for Chase Walker. 5:24 to play, 24-17. UNI a 7-point lead. One more foul shot to come for the junior out of Columbus, Ohio. Eyes the hoop, free throw, got it. Nothing but net for Chase. So Chase goes 2 of 2. That trip to the line, he's got 4, and the Birds are back within 6, 24-18. Illinois State just 2 for their last 11 from the field. 5:17 to play. Here's Trey Campbell on the dribble. Guarded by Walker off a switch. 2 hands a pass to Schweiger. Refeeds Campbell left of the circle. Takes it top side. Crosses over on Walker. Wheels it into the paint. Up with the right hand. Blocked away by Walker. And Walker saved it. Threw it off. Off Campbell, and it'll be Redbird basketball.
I think he tried to throw it off Campbell. I think he missed. So I think it's Northern Iowa ball.
Now Kissinger and Heimerman having a discussion. And they are going to award it to UNI, much to the chagrin of the Redbird faithful who've made the trip down from the Twin Cities here to St. Louis. So Schweiger to play it in baseline right. 5:01 to play. First half, 24-18. Panthers by 6. Schweiger gets it into a darting Bond. Goes across the lane left to right. Now top of the key, Hornseth. Matched up with Walker. Right side over to Campbell. Campbell feeds Hornseth. Little jumper from 10. Rolls around and pops out. And pents the rebound for Illinois State. Birds trail it by 6. UNI with an 18-11 edge on the glass so far on this one. Clabo. Out high left side. Picks up his dribble, feeds it low on the left. Wolf bodies up on Smith, turns baseline, rises to the rim, and lays it in with the right hand. Great post move by Landon Wolf. Points number 3 and 4 for the redshirt senior out of Cedar Falls, the former Panther, and it brings the Birds back within 4, 24-20. 4:12 to play. Kip Kissinger blows his whistle and a foul called against Chase Walker down low. So Walker's going to pick up the personal foul. And for Chase, that's going to be his first of the night. Team foul number 3 called against Illinois State. So 20 in the timer now for UNI. They'll inbound baseline right in the form of Trey Campbell. Campbell lob feed caught by Leon Bond. Back to Campbell, right point 3 on the way. It rolls out, and the rebound collected by Ty Pence of Illinois State. Clears it away right side to Kinzinger. Takes it to the offensive end. Tosses left point over to Pence. Pence on the dribbling in Schweiger. Top side, a bounce. Mid-post right. Caught by Walker back to the basket. Refeeds Pence out front. Straight on 3. Rimming no. Rebound back tap by Walker. And they're going to get Chase for going over the back. And Chase picks up his second at the 3:48 mark here in the opening half. And that's going to take us to a media timeout. Hey, Redbird basketball brought to you by Bloomington Meats, a traditional butcher shop that provides so much more. Bloomington Meats offers the best variety and selection for the entire family, whether it's fresh cut beef, pork, brats, or any of your favorite trimmings. Bloomington Meats has you covered. Family owned and community focused for over 40 years. Stop by today, 2401 Bunn Street. And pick up the best meat on Bunn Street at Bloomington Meats. 3:48 to go before halftime here in downtown St. Louis. Our count on our McDonald's scoreboard. It's UNI 24, Illinois State 20. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Denny's Donuts and Bakery has been a loyal Redbird supporter for over 40 years. When it comes to the competition, no one comes close to the taste of one of their fresh-made donuts. They're great for your next school or church function, or even just to enjoy at home. Stop in and pick up yours at Denny's Donuts and Bakery, located at 1107 South Main Street in Bloomington. Denny's Donuts and Bakery and Redbird Basketball, a winning combination.
Basketball here on WJBC. Blake Haas back at the network studios in Bloomington on AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC. Also on Classic Hits 98.9 WJEZ. Now, if Illinois State wins tonight, the latest game in the country, they'll play tomorrow. It's a quick turnaround for the Birds. We'll have the pregame for you at 4:30 tomorrow evening here on WJBC. And after Bradley won in double overtime, well, no matter what, it's going to be a quick turnaround for no matter what team plays tomorrow. But nonetheless, if the Birds win, we'll have the pregame for you at 4:30 here on WJBC. Back down to the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, it's John and Maddie. Guys?
Thank you very much, Blake. Hey, Redbird fans, use Illinois State Credit Union for all your financial needs, from credit cards to mortgages, where you'll be proud to say, it's my credit union. Illinois State Credit Union. Visit them online at itsmycu.org. 3:47 to play first half, 24-20. Six-seeded UNI with the lead on third-seeded Illinois State. Panthers the basketball. Attacking four-quarter right. Schweiger feeds the post, low to Hornseth, and he's fouled on his way to the rim. They're going to get Landon Wolf with the personal foul for Illinois State. That's going to be the first of the night on Landon. Team foul number 5 called against Illinois State. Chase Walker picked up his second personal foul. Prompted our last media timeout here in the first half. Brandon Lieb comes in to replace him in the Redbird lineup. So Hornseth to the line, foul line right, just 52% on the year. And the first shot is nothing but net. For the sophomore to De Pere, Wisconsin, he's got 3 points so far tonight. Hornseth 3 of 6 from the stripe last night, 13 points, 8 rebounds in their first round win over Evansville. Second one, rattles and falls for Hornseth. He's got 4, UNI by 6, 26-20, 3:33 for the first half. Kinziger over the midcourt line, guarded by Leon Bond. Out front to Ty Pence. Around to the left they go to Wolf. Wolf matched up with Trey Campbell. To a curling Kinziger. Thought about a 3 out front. Bond closed on him. Gives it away to Lieb. Refeeds Kinziger. Now right corner Pence. Out high right side is Johnny. Ball swatted away by Bond. Johnny got it back. Knocked to the ground. And a reach-in foul called against Leon Bond. Bond all over Johnny defensively in the man-to-man.
Yeah, Johnny needs to make himself a little space, and I could tutor him on how to do that.
Bond picks up the foul. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 9 called against UNI. That's going to send Johnny Kinziger to the line, foul line left.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Absolutely. Incredible talent on the court. Johnny's first free throw attempt rattles off the mark, and Leon Bond, the rebound for UNI. Birds now 4 of 8 from the stripe in the early going tonight. They trail it by 6, 26-20. 3-minute mark of the first half. Hornseth back to the basket, feeds Campbell out front. Campbell snaps off a 3 over Skunberg, and he knocks it down. Second 3 ball of the night for Trey Campbell, UNI's top scorer. He's got 8. Panthers now a 9-point lead. 29-20 with 2:43 to go before halftime. Skunberg 3 ball to answer. It's an air ball. Goes out of bounds, baseline right. And the Panthers take over with 2:38 to play. Skunberg's going to check out after the air ball. Landon Moore comes in to replace him. Birds with Pence, Kinziger, Moore, Wolf, and Lieb, the 5 on the floor. UNI a 9-point lead with the basketball. Campbell into the forecourt against Moore. Gives to Hornseth, crosses over, takes lead to the rack. Layup attempt, no. But a whistle and a blocking foul called against Brandon Lieb. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 6 called against Illinois State. 2 more foul shots to come for Will Hornseth, foul line right. Hornseth with 4 points tonight. 2 of 2 from the stripe. He had 10 and 7 at Illinois State. 13 and 9 rebounds at UNI last week. And he misses the first free throw. 2:29 to play. 29-20 UNI. Largest lead of the night for the Panthers. Second free throw by Hornseth. That one's good. So Hornseth splits that pair. He's got 5 first half points. And UNI, a 10-point advantage, 30-20 with 2:25 to go in the first half. Kinziger tosses right sideline over to Wolf. Left point now Moore. Dribble handoff to Kinziger. Kinziger whip out pass right corner Pence. Blows off the wing, takes it into the paint. Lofts a pass over in the left corner to Moore. Moore stepped on the sideline right in front of the UNI season ticket holders. And Illinois State turns it back over to the Panthers. Just the 4th turnover here in the opening half committed by Illinois State. UNI guilty of 5. But the Panthers a 10-point lead at 30-20. 2 minutes remain in this first half. Weisbrod right in front of the Redbird bench out high left side. Gives to Campbell out front. Campbell works around a Hornseth ball screen. Takes it right of the circle. Now retreats back above the arc. Bond refeeds Campbell. Spots up 3 ball over Lieb. I think Lieb got a piece of it. It's off the mark and short. Kinziger the rebound for Illinois State. Birds trail by 10. Kinziger feeds Lieb. Layup attempt no good. Pence the offensive rebound. He's got it low on the right. Wheels in, up right hand. Layup good. Count the basket and the foul. Ben Schweiger created the contact. Foul's going to go against Schweiger. His first of the night. And Pence a 3-point opportunity. Line left. And the Birds are back within 8 with a foul shot to come for Ty Pence. So tied to the line, 67% on the year. Was 5 of 6 on Sunday. He converts the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He's got 3. Birds back within 7. 30-23 with 90 seconds to play in this first half. Campbell on the gallop into the forecourt. Gives to Weisbrod left sideline. Feeds Schweiger left in the lane. Lost it on the way up. Taken away by Pence. Pence slaloms into the forecourt for Illinois State. Feeds it out front to Lieb. Now Kinziger out front between the rings. Starts a pass right side of Wolf. Wolf turns the corner on Schweiger. Baseline right. A whistle. They're going to call a foul on Schweiger. That's going to be his second of the night. That's going to send Landon Wolf to the line for a double bonus opportunity. With 68 seconds to go in this first half, the Birds trailing by 7.
Yeah, nice quick move by Landon on the baseline. That's what he's made a living doing this year, working that baseline. And is it summer? Is it summer yet?
Wolf to the line. Free throw on the way is good. He knocks down the first. He's 81% on the year. Now 27 of 33. And Wolf with 5 points tonight. Making his 11th consecutive start for the former Panther. Right-hander, deep knee bend, flick of the wrist, good again. So Landon's got 6. Birds on a 4-0 run. They're back within 5, 30-25. 65 seconds for the first half. Campbell out front between the rings, guarded by Moore. Hornseth, now a touch for Weisbrod. Gives it left point to Campbell, cross-court pass Bond. Fluffs a 3 on Pence, holds the ball over his head. 11 to shoot. Bond tries to find Weisbrod and had a ball knocked away by Wolf. Weisbrod goes from the backcourt to run it down. Back of the tank right. Now from 32 feet out front over Lieb, and he knocked it down. Max Weisbrod ahead of the red light. Had to bury a 3 ball out front and knocked it down from long range. And UNI just like that. Back to an 8-point lead, 33-25. Weisbrod has 6. And Ben Jacobson's going to take time with 38 7/10 to go before halftime. Illinois State being out-rebounded 20-14 here in the first half, and points in the paint pretty good edge for UNI at 14-8 in favor of the Panthers right now. Birds had the edge at points in the paint last week in Cedar Falls. They outscored UNI 28-26. Points scored in the painted area.
Well, if Illinois State's going to get their offense going, it's going to have to be through Chase Walker, who's only touched it a few times down and low, and they're just swarming to him. He's got 4 points so far, but they really need to start going to him more in the second half.
4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 personal fouls. Walker just 1 of 5 from the floor so far. About a 9-second differential game in shot clock. Birds trail it by 8, 33-25, Kinzinger. On a bell-tie bounce with the right hand, out near the time stripe against the crouching defense of Leon Bond. Shot clock down to 13. Johnny gets the offense in motion, left side Moore. Now left point to Wolf, hooks it past Kinzinger, goes down the lane all the way to the rim, scoops and scores for Johnny Kinzinger. Johnny's got 4, shot clock is dark. 7 seconds for the first half. Taylor into the forecourt on the dribble against Moore. Lob feed caught by Hornseth, left of the key with 1, fires a jumper from 10 over Walker, and it's good for Will Hornseth. So Hornseth buries a 10-footer baseline left. He finishes the first half with 7 points, and 20 minutes are in the books here on a late Friday night inside the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. And the UNI Panthers head to the halftime locker room with a 35-27 lead on the third-seeded Illinois State Redbirds. UNI 15-1 this year when leading at the half. Illinois State University has been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as well as Washington Monthly as being among the best values in higher education. With tuition frozen for 4 years and graduates earning $15,000 more than the national average, you can feel good about your investment in an ISU degree. Learn more and apply today at illinoisstate.edu/apply. Our score at the break on a McDonald's scoreboard, it's UNI 35, Illinois State 27. Our halftime report presented by Baird's Auto and Tire Care is coming up next. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
I'm Bob Dobsky, and I'm personally inviting you to come into Rob Dobbs Restaurant this week for lunch. Enjoy a delicious meal from the new Rob Dobbs lunch menu during your workday, and you don't have to worry about a long wait as we have plenty of seating. From our handcrafted burgers, specialty sandwiches, or variety of salads, you'll be ready to take on the rest of your day.
And how long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you visit robdobbsbn.com.
No car accident is ever the same. Distracted driver, drunk driver, sunny day, rainy day, on your way to work, headed home from work, the grocery store, a random drive, your first accident, or oh no, not again. Every journey after a serious accident is different, but the story's the same, especially when it's yours. You need help. You need Kanowski Bresny. If you've been seriously injured, call Kanowski Bresny for your free consultation.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between off the farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the Redbird Halftime Show on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. The Redbirds Halftime Show is presented by Baird's Auto and Tire. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Now back to courtside.
Birds trail UNI 35-27. Welcome into our Redbird Halftime Show presented by Baird's Auto and Tire Care. Baird's Auto and Tire located 804 West Division in Normal. Trusted professional repair since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Visit them online at Baird'sAutoCareCenter.com. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota. Action here at Arch Madness in this quarterfinal Friday. Earlier in the opening game this afternoon, 9th-seeded Drake upset top-seeded Belmont 100-79. Drake had lost their final 9 regular season games. The Bulldogs now head to the semifinals after back-to-back wins over SIU and Belmont here down in St. Louis. Drake has now won 11 straight at Arch Madness. Drake will now face UIC in the first semifinal tomorrow. That'll be a 2:30 start time on Saturday. Flames able to throttle past 4th-seeded Murray State 92-79. Third quarterfinal tonight. Bradley punched their ticket to the semifinals tomorrow as they outlasted Valparaiso 90-84 in double overtime. Bradley now awaits the winner of tonight's final quarterfinal matchup between the Birds and the UNI Panthers. That is a look at tonight's out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota, proud supporter of Redbird basketball. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today. Birds trail UNI by 8 here at the break. Our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime show continues after this timeout. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Planning a wedding or special event? Celebrate in style at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington. With elegant event spaces, expert planners, and award-winning catering, your big day will be unforgettable. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we handle every detail, so you can focus on making memories. Book your tour today at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, where the little things mean everything.
We all have a mission in life. For some, it's sinking that game-winning shot. For others, it's cheering for your team from the sidelines. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for the Bloomington Normal community to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission, we're here to support it, so you can get back to the court, the field, or the stands. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Illinois State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back here inside the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. 35-27, six-seeded UNI with an 8-point lead on third-seeded Illinois State Birds. Just 36% from the floor in the first half and 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. Fans, you're looking for a career with great pay and benefits, no debt education, job security, and many opportunities for advancement. Then consider a career in the plumbing and the piping industry. Visit the Bloomington Normal Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors Association website at bnphcc.com to find out how to get started in this high-demand, satisfied, and challenging career field. That's bnphcc.com. Birds trail UNI by 8 here at the break. We'll take a look at our first half stats presented by Virtus Financial Group after this timeout. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes, too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
We all have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we're made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for you on your schedule to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission is, we're here to support it. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
Baird's Auto Care Center is under new ownership, and Larry would like to let you know that you no longer need to make an appointment to have your oil changed. You're busy enough, and the last thing you should have to do is schedule an appointment to have your oil changed. So when you're about to hit your next 3,000 miles, swing into Baird's Auto Care Center to keep your vehicle running smooth.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. We work on your car so you don't have to.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like wanting a psychic that helps you, but getting one that just ruins surprises.
I see. Your friend's throwing you a surprise party.
Well, that's ruined.
I see. The end of your favorite show. Madison stays with Braden.
Can I get a refund?
I don't see that.
You wouldn't settle for just any psychic, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Redbird fans, it doesn't matter if the team is home or away. It's always a good time to be wearing red. Head to redbirdspiritshop.com today with everything from tees and hats to hoodies and sweatpants. That's redbirdspiritshop.com. Birds trail UNI 35-27 here at the break. Our Bears Auto and Tire halftime report. Let's take a look at our halftime stats. They're brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. Illinois State in that first half shoots 36% from the floor. They go 9 of 25 from the field, 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. That's a 17% clip. Illinois State 7 of 11 from the free throw line in that first half. Birds being led by Mason Claybo and Landon Wolf, who have 6 points apiece at the break. Chase Walker and Johnny Kinzinger with 4 apiece here at halftime. UNI shoots 47% from the field in the first half. They go 4 of 13 from distance. That's a 31% clip. Panthers knocked down 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. UNI being led by Trey Campbell and Leon Bond, who have 8 points apiece here at the break. Will Hornseth has 7 for the UNI Panthers. Panthers a 20-14 edge in rebounding here at the break. 5 of their 20 in the offensive glass. Birds 3 of their 14 on the offensive category. UNI with 10 assists. They turned it over 6 times in the first half. Birds 6 assists. They were guilty of 4 turnovers. UNI a 14-10 edge on points in the paint here at the break. Those are your halftime stats brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. You built your wealth. Now it's time to align it with your vision for life. With Virtus, they walk with you to create clarity today and confidence for tomorrow so you can move forward with purpose and peace of mind. Call 309-473-9991. That's 309-473-9991 or visit thevirtusfg.com. Our halftime show tonight presented by Baird's Auto and Tire, 804 West Division in Normal. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Visit them online at Baird'sAutoCareCenter.com. Our count here at the break on a McDonald's scoreboard, UNI 35, Illinois State 27. Second half coming up next. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, you're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Soften your focus and visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey, because you're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Breathe in, breathe out, and go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Rob Dobbs Restaurant is known for prime ribs Friday through Sunday. I'm Bob Dobsky, and I wanted to let you know that Rob Dobbs is open for lunch Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. I'd like to personally invite you to try one of our handcrafted burgers from our lunch menu. Skip the drive-thru and enjoy a delicious sit-down lunch this week at Rob Dobbs Restaurant.
How long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you bookmark robdobbsbn.com.
Do you have a cough, fever, sore throat, or the flu? Head to OSF On Call Urgent Care, where we know just what to do. We'll care for your minor illnesses and injuries with great speed and send you home with any treatments you might need. Walk in for care in Bloomington Normal from 8 to 8 each day, or make a reservation and be on your way. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care today.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith-Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith-Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Back here inside the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. 20 minutes on the clock. We are set for the second half. 35-27, six-seeded UNI leading third-seeded Illinois State. Winner gets second-seeded Bradley. The second semifinal on Saturday night. Birds break huddle with Scunberg, Walker, Claybo, Kinzinger, and Landon Wolf. Their initial starting five. UNI to counter. Tristan Smith, Trey Campbell, Will Hornseth, Max Weisbrod, and Leon Bond. Birds the basketball to start things off here in the second half. Landon Wolf inbounds at half court, sends it in the backcourt to Kinzinger. Birds left to right in this second 20-minute frame. UNI opens up man-to-man defensively. Here's Walker out top of the key. Gives to Kinzinger, being hounded by Weisbrod. Curls off a Walker screen to his right. Whip out pass left corner. Wolf fires a three. It's off the mark, no good. Trey Campbell two hands the rebound for UNI. So Birds come up empty on their first touch here in the second half. Panthers an 8-point edge in the rock. Attacking forecourt left. Here's Hornseth. Top of the key, guarded by Walker. Dumps it down low on the right. Bond. Bond spins baseline on Kinzinger and goes to the glass and lays it in. Leon Bond in double figures. He's got 10 points. 23rd time. That's a team high. He's reached double figures in scoring. And UNI extends the lead. 37-27. There's Claybo. Angles right of the circle. Gets the dribble. Guarded by Campbell. Inside the arc is Walker straight away. Sizes up Hornseth. Couple of dribbles to the left. Now hands off over to Wolf. Lob feed caught by Walker. In traffic low on the left. They'll whistle a foul called. Foul's going to go against UNI. And they're going to get Leon Bond, I believe.
Yep, he came over to help out and got caught.
So Leon Bond picks up a personal foul for the Panthers. That's going to be his second, team foul number 1 here in half number 2. called against UNI. Claybo to throw it in. Baseline left. Lob feed caught by Wolf out between the rings. Starts a pass topside to Walker. Now Kinziger has it right sideline. Claybo top of the key. Starts left, comes back to his right on the dribble against Campbell. Wheels into the lane. Tied up by Campbell. Campbell raked him clean, but they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow is going to favor the UNI Panthers. Good on-ball defense by Trey Campbell there. Forces the turnover, and Panthers go on offense with a 10-point lead. 18:39 to play second half. Max Weisbrod. Staccato dribble to the forecourt. Gets to Smith out between the rings. Now a bounce top of the key. Hornseth. Hornseth turns on Walker. Sends a pass left side. Weisbrod. Left of the circle now is Smith. Crosses over on Wolf. Takes him left of the key. Spins baseline. Scunberg came over to double. Smith in a whirl to her. Kicks it out. Open look for Bond. Right wing three, and he knocked it down. Leon Bond was 1 for his last 17 from beyond the arc, but he bangs home that one. He's got a baker's dozen, and UNI their biggest lead of the night. It stands at 13, 40-27. We played 2 minutes here in the second half. Kinziger gives up his dribble, left sideline to Walker, turns the corner on Hornseth, goes all the way to the rim, and a blocking foul called on Will Hornseth. So Hornseth is going to pick up his second of the night, team foul number 2.
And Northern Iowa continues to do a good job of taking Illinois State out of their offense, taking away the high ball screen, double teaming it, and kind of shutting down the whole operation for Illinois State's offense.
Definitely look out of sync.
Yep.
UNI faithful, not happy that that foul was called, and they're going to give 2 foul shots to Walker, who calmly knocks home the first, his 5th point of the night. I think the Panther fans thought that occurred in the ground, not in the act of shooting. But instead, Walker to the line, knocks down his first. He'll have 1 more to come. Left-hander sends the second. It's good. So Chase has 6. Birds within 11, 40-29. 17:51 to play second half. Winner gets second-seeded Bradley tomorrow night. Here's Hornseth out front, at the ball poked away by Walker. Now terminates the dribble. 2 hands of pass. Campbell looking to turn the corner on Claybo. Lost a handle on it. Goes out of bounds into the UNI bench. And the Panthers turn it back over to Illinois State. 2.5 minutes gone by here in this second half. 40-29, UNI by 11. Claybo quickly into the forecourt. Gives it high on the left over to Kinziger. Feeds the post. Walker up on Hornseth. Layup attempt, right hand. Shot doesn't go. Defended well by Hornseth, and UNI clears it away. Weiss brought a bounce. Left of the lane to Smith. Smith sizes up Scunberg, takes her to the baseline, skips it across the lane. Hornseth bobbled the pass, taken away by Scunberg. Ball's loose on the deck. Smith dives for it, a whistle and a foul called. And I'm not sure who the foul was on. They're going to say it was on Tristan Smith. So Scunberg and Smith battled for it. Tristan Smith gets whistled for the personal foul. Both Scunberg and Smith went number 14. I wasn't sure quite at first, but Smith picks up the foul, and that's going to be his 3rd of the night.
Yeah, I think what Smith did is he dove for the loose ball and kind of undercut Scunberg.
Birds trail it by 11 with the rock. Attacking forecourt right. Here's Claybo. Right of the circle, guarded. Gives over to Walker, who rises to the rim and lays it in down the left-hand side of the lane. Chase Walker, points number 7 and 8. He has 4 of his 8 here in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Hornseth at the other end hangs in the air and finishes with a teardrop right in front of the 10. Hornseth has 9, 42-31. 11-point lead for UNI. Kinziger into the forecourt against Leon Bond. Walker attacking on Hornseth. Into the paint, back to the basket, draws the D. Kicks to Wolf top side. Now line left is Walker against the double. Wheels in on Hornseth. Stripped away, whistle, and a foul called on Will Hornseth. So Hornseth's going to pick up his 3rd. So both Tristan Smith and Will Hornseth, the 2 starting forwards for UNI, now with 3 personal fouls with 16-18 still to play in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like Chase Walker is kind of taking the opportunity to say, hey, guys, get on my back. I'm going to show you some offense. Every time he gets it, he's taking it hard.
So Walker's got an opportunity to get wealthy from the line tonight. He's 4 of 7 from the stripe so far. 8 points. Goes back to the line. Left-hander eyes the hoop, sends the first, and he pulled the string a little bit short off the front of the 10. Walker now 4 of 8 from the line tonight. Hornseth and Smith both check out with those 3 personal fouls. They're replaced in the lineup by Schweiger and Diouf. Walker knocks down the second, so he splits his pair. Walker's got 9. He's going to come out. Bird's going small now. Tyreek Coleman, Bowden Scunberg, Johnny Kinziger, Ty Pence, and Landon Wolf, who dig in defensively in the man-to-man. Birds trail it by 10, 16-11 to play second half. Trey Campbell handles the rock out front. To bounce top of the key to Schweiger. He's hounded by Scunberg, puts the ball in the deck, drives on Scunberg, takes him right to the key. Backs in on Scunberg, wheels into the lane, now baseline, across the lane. Diouf left the layup attempt, short, rebound in traffic, taken away by Landon Wolf. Outlet left to Scunberg, lead feed forecourt to Johnny. Out front to Pence. And we have a moving screen called against Bowden Scunberg, trying to free up Pence out front. Bowden's going to pick up his first. It's going to be team foul number 1 called against Illinois State here in the second half, and that's going to take us to immediate timeout. Redbird basketball brought to you by Rosalado Services. When it comes to floor care, Rosalado Services is your go-to local expert. Whether it's commercial or residential, concrete, epoxy, carpet, or hard floor surfaces, they've got you covered. Step up your floor game with Rosalado Services and enjoy a cleaner, fresher space. Contact them today at rosaladoservices.com. Timeout on the floor, 15:46 to go, second half here in St. Louis. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard, it's UNI 42, Illinois State 32. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball, presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hungry for something fast and flavorful? Swing by Barrel House for lunch that hits the spot. From juicy burgers to bold wraps, crispy tenders to fresh salads, our lunch trips are packed with flavor and ready in a flash. Available Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, because your lunch break deserves more than drive-through regret. Barrel House, food that lifts your spirits. Find us at 9 Brickyard Drive in Bloomington, attached to the DoubleTree by Hilton, or order ahead online.
You may not think it matters all that much where your lawyer's from, but after you're injured, having a lawyer who knows Central Illinois, who knows your doctors, and where you're being treated makes all the difference to big insurance. And it makes all the difference to getting the money you need and deserve. At Konoski Bresney, we pride ourselves on being from here and knowing what it takes to help someone from this community when they need it most. We know Central Illinois, and we are Konoski Bresney.
One day, you're a new college graduate. The next, you're saying yes to your forever partner. Soon, you're painting a nursery the pinkest shade of pink. Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you in health. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. From checkups to immunizations for your family, your OSF PCP is there for every stage. Your life, our mission. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Hey fans, weekends just got better at Barrel House. They're now serving brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Think mimosas, scratch-made classics, and bold southern flavors with a twist. Whether you're craving avocado toast, stuffed French toast, a spicy Bloody Mary, or just good vibes with friends, brunch is on at Barrel House. Every Saturday and Sunday starting at 8 a.m. Come hungry, leave happy at Barrel House. 15:46 to go, second half here in downtown St. Louis. UNI Panthers a 10-point lead on Illinois State, 42-32. In this final quarterfinal matchup on a Friday night. Diouf has it right point, holds the ball over his head, plays it away to Campbell out front. He's guarded tightly by Coleman, goes around a Diouf ball screen, takes it down the right-hand side of the lane, stops at the baseline. Now Weisbrod up front, loads up a three, off back iron to miss, and Pence pulls down the Redbird rebound. Birds trail it by 10, 42-32. Kinziger on a bell tie bounce with the right hand into the forecourt, guarded by Bond. Gives it inside the arc to Pence. A bounce down low. Hit the left foot of Schweiger. Karam's out of bounds. It'll be a kick ball. And possession will stay with Illinois State.
What's the call if he kicks it like that and it goes in the basket?
It'd be a dead ball. You get 3 points, but it's a dead ball. Coleman to play it in. He'll toss it in baseline right. Throws it right in the lane. Over to Walker. Walker Back to the basket, guarded by Diouf. One dribble, throws it out to Skunberg. Bobble the pass, got it back. Now refeeds Walker right of the lane. Walker draws a double team. Tries to step through it, right of the key, reach in, and they're going to say Chase Step picked up his pivot foot and walked with the basketball. So Illinois State turns it back over to UNI, trailing by 10 with 14:56 to play. And it looks like the cut on Walker's right arm has opened up, and Kip Kissinger is going to send him over to the Redbird bench to have some more bandages applied just below that right elbow. Chase leading Illinois State in scoring. He has 9 points tonight, just 2 of 7 from the floor. UNI being led by Leon Bond. He's got 13. So John Munn very efficiently wraps up Chase Walker, who's back into the fray for Illinois State.
We have yet to determine how efficiently it's done.
We'll see if it comes untangled once again. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Campbell out front in the dribble against Coleman. Works left around a Diouf screen to the foul line. Tried to skip it across the lane to Diouf. Hit traffic on the way. Diouf got it back. Gives to Weisbrod. Out to Diouf. Bluffs a three. Turns the corner on Walker. Low on the right. Needs a cutter. 7 to shoot. Here's Bond on the right baseline. Up against Pence. Layup attempt doesn't go. But back tap by Schweiger. And UNI is going to re-rack the half-court offense. Schweiger now on the dribble drive against Skunberg. And Bowden gets called for a blocking foul low on the right-hand side. That's going to be the second of the night on Bowden. And team foul number 2 called against Illinois State here in the second half. So 14:24 to play, 20 in the timer now. UNI throws it in. Get it into Bond, right sideline. Bond on the left-hand handle. Guarded by Pence. Out front, Diouf tosses on the left wing over to Campbell. Campbell guarded tightly by Kinzinger. Gets to the foul line, works into the paint, lost his footing. A whistle, ran into Walker, and they're going to call Chase Walker for a foul. All right, that's a poor call.
Yeah, he tripped over his leg just because I think Chase had established the position there, but
Campbell's feet went out from under him, I thought, before there was any kind of contact. So Walker picks up the foul. That's going to be his third of the night. With 14:08 to play, second half, UNI a 10-point lead. 42-32. They'll throw in once again baseline right with 20 in the timer. Campbell triggers into Weisbrod. Right sideline, guarded tightly by Skunberg. Now turns the corner on Bowden, goes all the way to the rim, and he lays it in. Skunberg tried an overplay on Weisbrod on the right sideline, and Weisbrod made him pay. He turned the corner on the right baseline. Weisbrod's got 8, and it's a 12-point lead for UNI, 44-32. Kinzinger out front, knocked to the ground by Leon Bond, who gets whistled for this infraction. That'll be the third of the night on Bond. So Bond, Smith, and Hornseth. 3 UNI's 5 starters have 3 personal fouls at the 13:47 mark of this second half. 44-32, UNI by a dozen. We have a stoppage of play. I believe Kip Kissinger said something over to the Illinois State student body that's off behind the left baseline.
And that guy's gotten ejected.
So Wolf throws it into Walker. Out front, Kinzinger. He's going to hoist up a 3 out front, well off the mark to the right. And Schweiger the rebound for UNI. Lead feed forecourt Bond. Bond on the dribble against Pence, and the ball knocked away by Kinzinger, and Pence comes away. But now we have a whistle and a foul called. And it's going to go on Schweiger, I believe. After he had his pocket picked by Kinzinger, Schweiger is going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be his third of the night. Bond's going to check out. Taylor comes in to replace him. 44-32, UNI by 12. 13.5 to play. Tyreek Coleman, quick burst of speed into the lane. Bobble the dribble and a reach-in foul called on UNI. And if that's on Hornseth, that's going to be his 4th, and it is.
Yeah, he really didn't get his money's worth there. He just kind of...
I'm not so sure there was much of a foul there either. I thought Tyreek kind of bobbled the handle on that dribble.
I agree. He kind of spun into the lane, and Hornseth just seemed to be in the wrong place.
So Hornseth now with 4. Smith, Bond, and Schweiger with 3 apiece. Coleman to the line, foul line right. He's 2 of 2 from the stripe. Those are both his points tonight. The first one is nothing but net for Tyree Coleman. So Coleman's got 3. Burns back within 11, 44-33. One more to come for the true freshman. Out of West Suburban Aurora, second free throw rimming good. So Coleman's got 4. Birds within 10, 44-34. 13-24 to play second half. There's Max Weisbrod into the forecourt. Between the rings is Smith out front. Now Campbell on the dribble, refeeds Smith left of the circle. Smith drives, spin move on Walker. Knocked away by Pence, but it lands in the hands of Schweiger, who spikes it home for 2. Schweiger's got 6. UNI back up by a dozen. 46-34. Coleman to the forecourt. Bobbles the dribble out front, guarded by Taylor tightly in the man-to-man. Now a bounce left of the circle. Walker, dribble handoff. Almost knocked away. Kinziger got it left sideline. Kinziger rolls off a screen on the dribble. Lob feed caught by Walker left of the key. Goes to work on Smith. Whip out pass Pence. Catch and shoot. 3. Running no off the front of the rim. Whistle and a foul called in the rebound. And Chase Walker just picked up his 4th. Tristan Smith with the block out. Got Walker to climb his back. And Chase now with 12:38 to go in the second half. Picks up foul number 4.
Interesting call because it was made by the official on this side, and the foul was called on the far side.
So Brandon Lieb's going to come back in to replace Walker. He's going to take a seat with a team-high 9 points. Lieb is scoreless tonight. 46-34. UNI a 12-point lead in the Rock. Taylor quickly into the forecourt, gives to Smith out front, drives on Lieb all the way to the rim, blocked away by Lieb, but a whistle and a blocking foul called first. They're going to get a hand check. He signaled 11 on Kinziger. No, they're going to call that on Brandon Lieb. That's going to be his second of the night.
Yeah.
I thought he threw 11 up
I
instead
thought
of
so.
12.
I thought so too.
So Smith to the line, foul line left. First trip to the line tonight, and this is the first. He's 66% on the year, was 2 of 4 last night. Lieb's going to check out. Birds are going to go small. Jack Doherty comes in to replace him.
You said Smith was an NAIA transfer from
Concordia University in Nebraska.
Really? He's a good-looking player.
Left-hander sends the second. It's good. So he splits his pair. Smith has 3. 47-34. Largest lead of the night for the Panthers. It stands at 13. Coleman over the midcourt line, guarded tightly by Taylor. Takes Taylor off the dribble, left of the key. Bobble the dribble. Got it back. Now drives on Taylor. And a whistle and a hand check called on R.J. Taylor. So the redshirt sophomore out of Michigan is going to pick up his first foul of the night. Team foul number 8 already on UNI this half with 12:15 to go. So a 1-on-1 opportunity for Coleman. Tyreek all 4 of his points from the stripe tonight. He's 4 of 4, sends the first rimming no, and Trey Campbell skies for the UNI rebound. 13-point lead for the Panthers. 47-34. Smith into the forecourt, drives on Doherty. Takes him left of the lane, now spins baseline, gets by Doherty. And they're going to call a hook, I believe, on Tristan Smith. Doherty was on him step for step. Smith gets called for the hook, and that's going to be the 4th of the night on Tristan Smith.
Yeah, I thought they maybe called him for stepping on the baseline, but.
So Leon Bond's going to come in to replace Tristan Smith. Hornseth and Smith now, the 2 starting post players for UNI, both with 4 personal fouls. 8 minutes gone by here in the second half. 47-34, Birds trail by 13. Here's Kinziger out front. Birds have been without a field goal for the last 5 minutes. Wolf left point. Sends it right to the circle to Kinziger. He's matched up with Schweiger out between the rings. His Penn straight away directing traffic. Angles right to the circle. Takes it right to the lane. Here comes the double. Terminates the dribble. Tosses out to Coleman on the right sideline. Coleman works. Gets by Bond. Floater with the left hand. Off back iron. A miss. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Landon Wolf. It'll be UNI basketball when we come back. Redbird fans, download the McDonald's app to start earning free food and great game day deals on all your faves in the app. You can also order ahead and save time in line. Download the McDonald's app today. 11:30 to play. Second half here in downtown St. Louis. Our count on our McDonald's scoreboard. It's UNI 47. Illinois State 34. Back in a moment. You're listening to Illinois State Redbird basketball. The postseason brought to you by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
JBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact, Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact, I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Running a business isn't cheap, and if you have a fleet of vehicles, downtime means lost revenue. Baird's Auto Care Center provides top-notch service from oil changes to engine repairs that will keep your fleet on the road. Regular maintenance can help you avoid costly breakdowns and extend the life of your fleet vehicles.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. Contact me today to learn how we can help keep your business moving forward with the fleet service program at Baird's Auto Care Center.
Hungry for something fast and flavorful? Swing by Barrel House for lunch that hits the spot. From juicy burgers to bold wraps, crispy tenders to fresh salads, our lunch trips are packed with flavor and ready in a flash. Available Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, because your lunch break deserves more than drive-through regret. Barrel House, food that lifts your spirits. Find us at 9 Brickyard Drive in Bloomington, attached to the Doubletree by Hilton, or order ahead online.
Redbird basketball presented by Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, providing reliable and professional heating and cooling services you can count on. For nearly 4 decades, Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, making home comfortable again. Visit them online at BratcherComfort.com. 11:30 to go, second half here in downtown St. Louis. Final quarterfinal matchup of this Friday night at Arch Madness. And 6-seeded UNI leading Illinois State 47-34. John Fitzgerald alongside Mike Matthews. Blake Haas back at our network studios in Bloomington.
And Fitz, both teams have now gone small, with Northern Iowa's big guys and foul problems.
Chase Walker also on the bench with 4 personal fouls for the Illinois State Redbirds. Campbell handles out front against Coleman, takes it to the foul line, spinning and turning in the lane, up right hand. Shot doesn't go, got his own rebound and finished right to the rim with the right hand. Trey Campbell would not be denied. He's in double figures with 10. 22nd time he's reached double figures in scoring. And UNI extends the lead to 15, their biggest of the night, as we hit the 11-minute mark here in the second half. Coleman, the foul line, down the lane, kicks it right corner, Wolf. Catch and shoot 3 is good for Landon Wolf. Birds needed that. Landon Wolf's got 9. Birds just 3 of 16 from beyond the arc tonight. Coleman attacking forecourt left on the dribble against Doherty. Stops mid-post right. Bounce short corner right for Bond on the dribble against Coleman. Trying to get loose. Picks up his dribble. Feeds it to Schweiger low on the right. Schweiger up against Pence. Whip out pass over to Taylor. Taylor dribbles the foul line. Hoists it up from 15. Left it woefully short. And Wolf collects the carom off the deck for Illinois State. Birds trail it by 12, 49-37, attacking forecourt right. Coleman angles left of the circle, guarded by Taylor. Crosses over to his right, stops at the foul line. It's ahead of steam, into the paint. Wild right-handed layup attempt doesn't go, and Campbell the rebound for UNI. One shot out for the Birds. Campbell quickly into the forecourt. Gets to Taylor. Plays it away in the weave to Schweiger. Now Campbell squares his shoulders. Thought about a 3. Coleman closed on him. They send it left of the circle to Schweiger. He'll cross over on Doherty. Take him down to the baseline. Against the double. Whip out past Taylor. Catch and shoot. Open look. 3. Nothing but net for R.J. Taylor from downtown. R.J. Taylor, 29% from beyond the arc in the year. That's just his 8th made 3 of the campaign. UNI leads at 52-37. Kinzinger into the paint. Whip out past Doherty. Right point 3. Off back iron and miss. Rebound tipped in the air. Controlled by Campbell. Campbell jogs into the forecourt, right corner Taylor. No look pass to Bond, and he's going to staple it home with 2 hands, and Ryan Payton's going to take time. Check that. As a matter of fact, Weisbrod was down in the paint at the other end. So the dunk for Leon Bond, points number 14 and 15 for the transfer to the University of Virginia. And both ball clubs do head to their respective benches. And Kip Kissinger now in a conversation with Ryan Peaton to see. It is going to be a timeout called by Ryan Peaton. That's going to be a 30, and it extends to a full, and we'll step out. Hey, Redbird fans, it doesn't matter if the team is home or away. It's always a good time to be wearing red. Head to redbirdspiritshop.com today with everything from tees and hats to hoodies and sweatpants. That's redbirdspiritshop.com. 9:07 to go, second half on the McDonald's scoreboard. It's UNI 54, Illinois State 37. You're listening to exclusive coverage of postseason basketball presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's believes new decor counts as spring cleaning. Not that you're trying to avoid spring cleaning, but if you were, fresh decor from Kohl's is a great place to start. New towels, basically the same thing as scrubbing the bathroom. And new bedding, it's like dusting but cozier. Plus, get 20% off across the store at Kohl's. Isn't shopping so much better than sweeping? Select styles, 20% offer ends March 8th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Hi, I'm Tracy Patkunas, realtor with RE/MAX Rising and proud supporter of ISU Athletics. Just like our Redbirds, I believe in hard work, teamwork, and giving it everything you've got. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, I'm here to help you every step of the way with local expertise you can trust. Call or text me at 309-275-5956 or visit patkunashomes.com. I'm Tracy Patkunas with RE/MAX Rising, your hometown realtor and loyal Redbird fan. Go Birds!
Your joints are the key to every move you make. Joint pain doesn't have to stop you. Whether you're recovering from an injury or managing ongoing pain, OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest can get you back on track. Our experts carefully define your pain and discomfort and offer a personalized treatment so you can get back to doing what you love quicker. OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest. Care focused on you.
Hey, Redbird fans, count on Heartland Bank for local decisions and personal service. Join today at hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. John Fitzgerald, Mike Matthews back live courtside here inside the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. Blake Haas back at our network studios in Bloomington. 9:07 to play, second half. Six-seeded UNI has opened up a 54-37 lead on third-seeded Illinois State. UNI 5 for their last 7 from the floor. Illinois State just 1 for their last 7 from the field. Illinois State looks for an answer. Kinzinger down the lane all the way to the rim, and he lays it in with the right hand. So off the timeout, Johnny has points number 5 and 6. 54-39. Hornseth, foul line right, crosses over on Walker. Both players in the game with 4 personal fouls. Hornseth coughed it up. Out front, over to Kinzinger. Trying to whip out pass, deflected in traffic off UNI. It'll stay with Illinois State with 8:36 to play, second half, of the Birds trailing by 15 at 54-39.
Yeah, Hornseth going against Walker, each of them with 4 fouls, which can survive.
So Pence to throw it in, baseline left, and we have a whistle and a foul first. And I think they're going to get Leon Bond with a hold.
That's his 4th also.
So Bond picks up the foul. That is his 4th foul of the night. So he joins Hornseth and Tristan Smith with 4 personal fouls. That's going to send Johnny to the line, foul line right, and he gets a nice roll on the first free throw to knock it down.
He reacted to that one like he'd left it short.
Nice English on that to go for the front of the tin. Find its way through the cylinder. Kinzinger's got 7. Second free throw on the way is good. So Johnny makes good on both charity tosses. He's got 8. Birds back within 13, 54-41. R.J. Taylor runs the point for UNI. Now picks up his dribble near the time stripe. Tosses out over to Hornseth. Hornseth between the rings, guarded by Walker. Pounds a left-hand dribble. Gives to Campbell out front. Campbell to his left around a Hornseth ball screen. Left of the lane jumper from 10 is good for Trey Campbell. A dozen for Campbell. UNI back up by 15, 56-41. Kinzinger dribbles the foul line. Right of the lane now, Walker. Walker draws it, traffic, kicks it out front. Skunberg, his three ball well short, and Walker pulls down the offensive rebound. Walker two hands a pass back out to Skunberg, who bluffs a three on Schweiger, dribbles to the foul line. Back Schweiger down, low on the right, fades, fires from 5, and he got it to go right of the lane. Bowden Skunberg, just his 4th point of the night. 56-43. Birds back within 13. 7:38 to play, second half. Hornseth between the rings. Terminates the dribble out front, holds the ball over his head, guarded by Walker. Shovels off to Taylor. Taylor works right on a Hornseth screen, got open, fires a three, and knocked it down. R.J. Taylor had 7 made threes coming into play today. He's got 2 tonight, 6 points. 59-43. Biggest lead of the night now for UNI. Skunberg hooks a pass out front to Walker. Backdoor cut to Wolf. Let him a bit too much. Goes out of bounds. Baseline right. And that takes us to a media timeout. Redbird fans looking for a place to unwind after the game. Head on over to Rob Dobbs. 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington. From traditional comfort food to the best steaks in town, Rob Dobbs has something for everyone and every age. And Rob Dobbs is now open for breakfast every Saturday and Sunday beginning at 8 a.m. Rob Dobbs, a proud partner of Redbird basketball. 7:08 to play, second half here in downtown St. Louis. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. UNI 59, Illinois State 43. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball, presented by Busey Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Dive into flavor at Deep End Tap, where craft beer flows, the food's bold, and the vibes are always on point. The Deep End Tap. Don't just dip your toe, jump in. Bloomington's hidden gem, located in Eastland Suites Hotel, a trademark collection by Wyndham.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC and Classic Hits 98.9 WJEZ. Bloomington, Normal, Pontiac, a Cumulus Media station. I'm Blake Haas, back in the network studios in Bloomington. A little late night basketball for you. If the Birds can pull out a victory here, they'll play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Our pregame will start at 4:30 here on WJBC. If they win that game, they'll play on Sunday here on WJBC, and the women's will slide at WJEZ. If the Birds fall tonight, women's will be on WJBC coming your way on Sunday. Back down to St. Louis with John and Maddie, guys.
Thank you very much, Blake. Birds have their work cut out for them right now. 7:08 to play, second half. 59-43. UNI with a 16-point lead. Panthers led it by 8 at the break. Birds continuing to be sour, shooting the basketball against this outstanding UNI defense. Birds just 34% from the floor on the night and 17% from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 18 from distance tonight. Panthers have knocked down 4 of their last 4 to open this up to a 16-point game. 7:08 to play. Birds extend the defense full court. Weisbrod in backcourt, gives to Campbell. Campbell into the front court against Skunberg. Bounce high on the right. Hornseth now turns on Walker. Holds the ball over his head. Backdoor cut to Campbell. In traffic underneath. Hooks a pass out of Weisbrod. Thought about a 3. Sends it right of the circle. Hornseth and the ball knocked away by Clabo, but a reach-in foul called against Mason.
Yeah, tough call. Only 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and the ball was out high with Hornseth. Pretty good defensive stance by Illinois State.
Very good half-court defense, I thought. Started with the press.
Yep, got bailed out with the foul.
So 20 in the timer now for UNI. Trey Campbell inbound. Far sideline. It's to R.J. Taylor, who's knocked down 2 threes here tonight off the bench. Campbell angles left of the circle. Gives to Taylor. Top of the key now, Schweiger. 2 hands of pass down. Low on the right. Hornseth turns toward the baseline. Half hook right hand. Rolls out. Skunberg the rebound for the Birds. Bowden gallops into the forecourt up the right sideline. On the dribble against Campbell. Looks to turn the corner, takes it to the right block, floats it up, right hand shot, doesn't go. Walker the rebound. Outlets into the right corner to Scunberg, and Bowden stepped on the sideline, and Illinois State turns it back over to UNI. Ninth turnover of the night committed by Illinois State. Hornset's going to check out. Tristan Smith comes in to replace him. Walker on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Tristan Smith also with 4 personals for UNI. Panthers 59-43 lead. Smith out front, bluffs a 3. Got Walker to leave his feet, takes it all the way to the rim. Reverse layup attempt, no, but Schweiger is there to staple home the follow with 2 hands. Ben Schweiger's got 8. UNI leads it by 18, 61-43. Kinzinger out front between the circles, directing traffic to a curling Claybo. He'll dribble to the foul line. Kick it left corner, Scunberg. Slash across the lane. In on Schweiger. Right-handed scoop layup attempt. Doesn't go. Rebound tip. Last touch by UNI. It'll stay with the Birds. Landon Moore comes into the fray for Illinois State. He's going to replace Bowden Scunberg. Birds with Wolf, Walker, Moore, Kinzinger, and Claybo is going to throw it in baseline right with 5:41 to play. Gets it in right point to Moore. Finds a curling Kinzinger right of the circle. A whistle and a foul called off the basketball. This one looks like it's going to go against UNI. They're going to get Max Weisbrod. That'll be his second of the night. 2 foul shots to come for Illinois State. So the clock stopped with 5:36 to play, and Illinois State will go to the line looking to whittle down what now stands at an 18-point deficit. Walker 5 of 9 from the stripe tonight. 9 points for the left-handed junior. Eyes the hoop, sends the first free throw off back iron, a miss. So Chase now 5 of 10 from the stripe. Illinois State just 14 of 21. One more to come for Chase. Deep knee bend, sends it, and it's good. So Walker splits his pair. Chase in double figures with 10 points. 21st time Chase has reached double figures in scoring this year. 61-44. Smith crosses over on Walker. Spin move in the lane. Hooks a pass out. Right corner. Schweiger raises a 3. It falls short. And Moore the rebound for Illinois State. Moore through the center circle to the forecourt. Gets it top side over to Walker. Walker on the dribble against Smith. Slashes into the lane. Gets low blocked. Shot blocked away. A whistle and a foul called against UNI. Got body contact. And the personal foul called against the Panthers. That's going to send Walker back to the line with 5:12 to play in this second half. Schweiger picks up the personal foul for UNI. That's his 4th of the night. So Schweiger, Bond, Hornseth, and Smith all with 4 personal fouls. Walker back to the line where he's 6 of 11 tonight. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Just 2 of 7 from the floor. He's the only Redbird in double figures so far tonight. UNI's got 2. Bond with 15 for the Panthers. Campbell's got a dozen. So Chase Walker, foul line right. First free throw on the way. Nothing but net for Chase. He's got 11. 61-45. Birds trail it by 16. With 5:12 to play. Second free throw by Walker on the way. Left it short. And the rebound of Schweiger. So Birds trail it by 16. Weisbrod hooks a pass out front to Smith. Smith, dribble handoff to Taylor. Darts a pass right corner. Schweiger. He's going to fire a 3 and he knocks it down. Birds rotated a bit late. Schweiger's got 11. Third Panther in double figures tonight, 64-45. UNI by 19. Claybo takes a 3, drives down the lane. A reach-in foul called against Max Weisbrod. That'll be the 3rd of the night on Weisbrod. Stops the clock with 4:41 to play. 2 shots to come for Mason Claybo. First trip to the line tonight for Mason. 73% on the year, 19 of 26. Sends the first free throw, and it's nothing but net for Mason. He's got 7 points tonight, making his 11th consecutive start. Pence comes back in for the Birds. Chase Walker takes a seat.
Very physical game tonight. You kind of wonder how much UNI will have in the tank tomorrow to battle a very physical Bradley team.
Bradley team that needed 50 minutes of basketball time to take care of Valparaiso. Quarterfinal just before ours. Birds unveiled full court pressure, 4:41 to play. 64-47. Claybo now with 8 points after he makes both. Weisbrod into the forecourt, guarded by Kinzinger. Angles right around a Tristan Smith ball screen. Feeds Schweiger out top. Lobs the feed down low to Smith. Ball deflected away in traffic, but into the hands R.J. Taylor. Taylor takes it onto the time stripe. On the dribble against Claybo. 7 to shoot. Taylor to Smith out front. Gets a screen. Takes it to the elbow. Steps all the way through. Goes all the way to the rim. Layup good, but a whistle and a blocking foul called against Illinois State first. They're going to say it occurred on the ground. Johnny's going to pick up the personal foul, his second of the night. And a 1-on-1 opportunity upcoming for Tristan Smith, line left. Looking to extend what now stands at a 17-point UNI lead, 64-47. Smith on the night, 1 for 2 from the stripe. He's 66% of the year, and the first one is good. Tristan Smith earns the bonus. 4th point of the night for Smith. One more to come for the left-hander. Sends the second. It's good. Smith has 5, and UNI opened up a 66-47 lead. Stands at 19 with 4:12 to play. Smith checks out. Leon Bond in to replace him. Kinzinger on the jog over the midcourt line against the crouching defense of Leon Bond. Step back, 3-ball left point. Left it short. Off the left-hand side of the iron. Taylor the rebound. And Taylor had a double team draped on him. He's going to call a timeout to save the possession, and that's going to take us to immediate timeout. We'll step out. Redbird fans of Bloomington Normal Marriott is the perfect spot to host your next wedding, special event, or just enjoy a weekend in the Twin Cities, offering spacious and flexible event space, as well as luxurious rooms and amenities right in the heart of Uptown Normal. The Bloomington Normal Marriott has everything you need to make your next event or stay a huge success. Dial them up today, 309-862-9000. That's 309-862-9000 or online at Marriott.com. 3:59 to go, second half on our McDonald's scoreboard. It's UNI 66, Illinois State 47. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason basketball presented by BC Bank on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, you're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Soften your focus and visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey, because you're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Breathe in, breathe out, and go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Moe's! Are you tired of the same old boring catering options for your events? Then spice things up with Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's brings bold flavors to any occasion with their customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. You can't go wrong with Moe's for 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. And don't forget their famous queso. It's a crowd pleaser. Your catering team will make sure your order is perfect and stress-free so you can relax and enjoy the party with your guests. Order now at Moe's.com.
Welcome to Moe's! Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random plus one.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Redbird fans open an active checking account at Illinois State Credit Union and earn a $100 cash reward. Visit itsmycu.org to join today. That's itsmycu.org. Illinois State Credit Union, a proud partner of Redbird basketball. 3:59 to go, second half here in St. Louis. 6th-seeded UNI looking to spring the upset on 3rd-seeded Illinois State. 66-47 the lead for the Panthers. Ben Schweiger carries it in the forecourt. Gives to Campbell out front. Campbell guarded in the man-to-man by Landon Moore. Curls left off a Schweiger ball screen. Now Campbell picked up by Wolf inside the arc. Hoists up an 18-footer off back iron to miss. Rebound tipped into the hands of Landon Wolf. And here come the Birds left to right. 3:35 for the ball game. 66-47. Kinzinger starts left, back to his right, gets into the paint. Leaves it low on the right for Wolf. Ran out of real estate, reverse layup attempt, hit the underside of the basket, and UNI clears it away. It's been that kind of night for Illinois State tonight offensively. Birds just 3 of 19 from beyond the arc. Weisbrod double teamed out near the time stripe. Ben Jacobson's going to burn a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 3:12 to play. And UNI a 66-47 lead on Illinois State. Winner of this is going to get second-seeded Bradley. The second semifinal tomorrow, 5 o'clock the tip time. First semifinal tomorrow is going to be Drake against UIC. And Illinois State, what do you have to do here to start cutting into this ball game? This deficit currently stands at 19.
Start making a lot of threes and add about 10 minutes to the game clock. Running out of time, and UNI's defense has been relentless all night.
Birds with just one player in double figures. That's Chase Walker. He's got 11 points, but just 2 of 7 from the floor. He's gotten wealthy from the stripe on 7 of 13 free throwing. So UNI the basketball, 18 to shoot. Weisbrod's going to loft a pass into the backcourt, run down by Campbell. Spurs it back over the time stripe, right to left, where he's fouled by Landon Wolf. So foul called against Landon Wolf. That's going to be his second of the night. Team foul number 9 called against Illinois State. Trey Campbell on the line, foul line left. 1-on-1 opportunity. First free throw, rimming no. And Landon Wolf the rebound for Illinois State. Clears away to Claybo. 3-minute mark of the second half. Birds trail it by 19. Pence, foul line right. Turns on Schweiger, crosses over, spins into the paint, up with a right hand. Teardrop shot doesn't go. Wolf the offensive rebound. Circles back, right of the lane. Now terminates the dribble, a bounce for Claybo on the right side. 2:42 to play. Out front to Pence. Pence against Taylor. Pence working to the foul line, to a cutting Moore. Low on the right, up against Bond. Moore spinning. Layup attempt, no, but a whistle and contact made. Foul called against UNI.
I think they got Leon Bond, and if that's true, that's the rest of the night off for him.
So Bond is going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his 5th of the night. No, check that. They got that on Schweiger.
Wow.
So Schweiger picks up the personal foul. Now that is his 5th of the night. So he's going to check out. Schweiger, 5 of 9 from the floor, 11 points, 8 rebounds, all off the bench with 3 assists. So Schweiger, the former Loyola Rambler, is going to check out. He fouls out the 2:32 mark here in the second half. Birds trailing by 19, 66-47. Landon Moore to the line, foul line right. Free throw on the way, left it short in the double bonus. Moore still scoreless tonight. Just 50% on the year, 15 of 30 from the stripe. Redshirt senior eyes the hoop, sends the second. That one's good. So Moore splits his pair. He gets into the scoring column. His first point of the night. 66-48 UNI with a touchdown pass run down by Smith. He's going to circle back out. Has it deep in the left-hand corner, hounded by Pence. And UNI is going to burn a timeout as Pence applied the defense. Smith running out of real estate, about to fall out of bounds. Be a full timeout. We'll keep it right here with 2:26 to play in this second half. 66-48. UNI with the lead. Panthers now on the night. Over 51% from the floor and 42% from beyond the arc. They've knocked down 8 of 19 from distance. Birds just 3 of 19 from distance. That's a 16% clip. Illinois State from the floor just 30%. And here in the second half, Illinois State just 22% from the field and 1 of 7 from beyond the arc.
And again, we need to credit UNI. They've had a great game plan. They've played very well defensively all night, very physical against Illinois State. Much more physical than we saw in the previous 2 meetings between these 2 teams.
Birds currently at 48 points. Unless there's a flurry here in the final 2:26, they might finish this one under 60 points. And if that's the case, it'll be the 19th time in 33 games that UNI has held an opponent under 60 points this year. And that's just an incredible number in college basketball right now.
Yeah, I would agree. But they've shown us why tonight.
Their defense has been absolutely suffocating. Birds have not had any room to maneuver whatsoever in the half-court game. And Illinois State never really able to push tempo at all. UNI gets it in. Campbell out front over to Tristan Smith. Holds the ball over his head. Angles left of the circle. Flips it up top. R.J. Taylor. He works on Claybo. Curls left around a Smith ball screen. They try to trap him. Gets it away to Weisbrod to the foul line. Low on the left. Bond rises to the rim, and he lays it in off the window and in. Leon Bond's got 17. UNI, a 20-point lead, their biggest of the night. So we hit the 2-minute mark here in the second half, 68-48. Pence on the left sideline. Slashes into the lane, drives on Smith, turns, fires left of the lane from 8, and he got it to go. Ty Pence. Points number 4 and 5 for Ty. First points here in the second half. 1:44 to play. 68-50. UNI breaks the pressure with another touchdown pass. Bond finishes with a layup attempt. Wolf comes up lame. It's like he might have turned his ankle trying to defend Bond, who had beaten him on the fly pattern. Bond's got 19. And I think this might have just been a cramp for Landon Wolf on the left foot. So clock stopped with 96 seconds left, and UNI back to a 20-point lead at 70-50. So John Munn and the UNI trainer tending to Landon Wolf, who cramped up. Now Wolf's going to jog off under his own power. Birds with Scunberg, Pence, Moore, Kinzinger, and Claybo, the 5 on the floor. 70-50. The UNI lead is 20. 95 seconds for the game. Kinzinger into the forecourt. On the dribble against Bond. Bond's the left-hand dribble. Takes it top side. Surveys the man-to-man of UNI. Plays it away left of the circle of Pence. Pence drives on to Weisbrod. Takes him into the paint. Spinning and turning and finishes in front of the rim. Pence with 4 straight. He's got 7. 70-52. UNI by 18. Give him backcourt over to R.J. Taylor. 65 seconds for the game. Taylor picks up his dribble. Gives to Weisbrod on the right-hand side of the backcourt. Crosses over the 10-second line. Shovels off to Trey Campbell. Campbell stands hash mark right. Weisbrod down the lane over to Smith, and he's going to staple it home. Smith with 7, UNI by 20, 72-52. Kinzinger up the left sideline, under a minute to play. Smith stole the pass from Kinzinger. He's fouled from behind by Pence. Kinzinger telegraphed that pass a bit. Smith jumped on it into the passing lane. Got fouled on his way to the rack at the other end. So Tristan Smith to the line, foul line left, where he's 3 of 4 tonight, has 7 points. 42 7/10 left. UNI about to advance to the semifinals, where they will meet second-seeded Bradley tomorrow at 5 o'clock. With a win here tonight, Ben Jacobson, the all-time leader in Missouri Valley Conference tournament wins. This will be his 22nd. He passes Dana Altman, the former head boss at Creighton. Smith knocks down the free throw. He's got 8. 6 of his 8 have come here in the second half. Left-hander eyes the hoop, sends the second free throw. Good again, nothing but net. Smith has 9. 22-point cushion for UNI. Smith checks out. 74-52. 12-second differential, game and shot clock. Kinzinger into the forecourt. Behind the back of the dribble into the paint. Kicks it left wing over to Pence. Fires up a 3. Shot doesn't go. Rebound to Hutchins of UNI. Less than a second differential, game and shot clock. Taylor into the forecourt for UNI.